This is the Voice of the Land podcast.
But top 5 favorite sports movies, Paulus, I'm going to start with you because you said you did it in 5 seconds. So I know you can just rattle these off and just go through it. So I'll start with you. Top 5 favorite sports movies of all time.
Absolutely. So I'm going to go with number 5 is Major League. Got to have Major League in there.
Major League.
F you, Jobu. Yeah, I'll do it myself. Rick Vaughn, Jake Taylor, Willie Mays Hayes, Lou Brown. I mean, phenomenal characters, and obviously it's about the city of Cleveland.
Yes.
And just the pain that we went through. We just talked about it.
Yes.
With the the decision, everything like that. This was back in the 80s. Obviously, everything about the Indians was awful for a 30-40 year stretch. Since the 48 title and everything. So
it's what filled the void for Cleveland fans too, in terms of like the movie ended so good, and there's it doesn't go on, so there's no room for a possible next piece of pain.
Right. I absolutely love the movie, and it's just such a feel-good story, and it's hilarious. So everything about the movie, once again, F you, Jobu. So, Field of Dreams is number 4. We actually talked about it the last time that I was on the podcast there for us. If you build it, they will come. And then obviously you have that moment of whenever just a dad and son playing catch, and you tear up every time. I just love it. It's like this perfect feel good, just sob story of a movie. And I absolutely love that. The Sandlot. The Sandlot is, as a kid growing up, you watch The Sandlot. I watched it 100 times in the summer, easy. Every day that I had off, I'm watching it. The Great Bambino, Sultan of SWAT, King of Crash, the Colossus of Clout. Shut up, Tommy. It's perfect all the way through. The Beast. You as a kid, you see these mythical creatures that you're like, oh my god, like that dog is as big as a horse, and but in reality, you're like, oh my god, it's just a big mastiff. But I love that movie, and just Benny the Jet Rodriguez, and I wanted to be Benny the Jet so bad. As a short, fat kid, Benny the Jet was the coolest kid ever, and I wanted to be him. Rocky is my number 2.
Okay.
Yo, Adrian. You're gonna eat lightning and crap thunder. Mick, Rocky. Everyone in that movie as well is just casted so perfectly.
Is that the best of the series for you? Of the Rocky?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so. I love Rocky 2. Rocky 3's a fun movie, with Mr. T. Obviously, the Russian in 4. 5 we don't talk about. 6 is...
5?
You've never seen it?
No, I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
Saying.
Yeah, no, it's bad. Was it Tommy the Gun? Yeah, Tommy the Gun was 5. But yeah, the best of the series. I love Rocky.
I've heard the Creed movies are...
Creed is awesome. The first Creed movie is amazing. I have yet to watch Creed 2. It's on Amazon Prime, I believe, or Hulu. It's on one of those two. I really want to watch it. I just haven't set time for it.
Michael B. Jordan's
so
good.
So damn good. And then my number 1 movie is Remember the Titans. And Remember the Titans, the coaches, Denzel, you blitz all night. You don't let them gain another yard. And I love that so freaking much. And it's just a great story.
Yeah.
The coming together of these two different teams that form the one of the high school, and
still meaningful to this day.
Such a meaningful movie.
Like, people should be watching. If you want to educate yourself, that is actually a movie that can help you educate yourself in what we're going through in a country right now too.
It's phenomenal. Everyone needs to watch that movie just right now. Drop what you're doing after this podcast. Drop what you're doing and give it a watch, because it will make you feel better, and you'll want to help out more people. It's just one of those great feel-good movies. I absolutely love it.
Peter?
All right, so now I'm going to have to go watch Remember the Titans.
Right?
I haven't seen it, actually.
What?
I know. Shame on me.
No way.
So.
All right, this is definitely going to be a special YouTube
podcast is over.
Because this might go a little longer than we wanted to.
I'm gonna have to watch that one. But it's funny because Paul is listing off his movies. Mine are in no particular order, but pretty much Major League, because same thing. going through school, I lived the horrible years of the 80s.
Yep.
And, to get that movie, and then all of a sudden, 94, they started doing well, and then there was a strike. 95, World Series, right? Sandlot, the great movie.
Yes.
Great movie. Trying to think here now. Rocky is a fantastic movie. I mean, I remember watching that as a kid. So, Field of Dreams.
Yep.
Is fantastic. I went a little bit different here.
Sure.
And one of them that I really love, I watched it with Jacob a couple weeks ago, Dodgeball.
Dodgeball's a good one.
Dodgeball's a good
You
one.
can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Exactly.
Dodge,
And
dive,
I don't even know how many I
dodge.
listed yet. So, there are a couple other ones that I loved when I was a kid, like Wildcats with Goldie Hawn was hilarious.
Yeah.
The Replacements was
Love the Replacements, yeah.
I'm a huge comedy fan, so
Yeah.
it's like
Yep.
the sports comedy one. And just to throw this one in there to round out my 7 top 5 movies, sports movies, Happy Gilmore, because that
Happy Gilmore
there's
should be
I
up
mean,
there.
it's
for
just
sure.
there's
Happy Gilmore or Waterboy.
oh yeah, Waterboy. Oh man, we watched that too not that long ago.
I feel like
But
that's,
yeah.
I feel like that's like even like a conversation of top 5 Adam Sandler movies.
Well,
too.
yeah,
Right?
I mean,
Yeah.
because growing up, I'd always go to we would go to my grandparents' house on Sundays, and it was my dad's parents' house,
Yeah.
and like for whatever reason, the TV was always on, but it was if it wasn't football season, it was it was always golf.
Yeah.
My dad and my grandfather would fall asleep, snooze on the couch together, But if you touch the channel, man, they were
Oh, yeah.
they were watching that. Don't touch that, and it goes so boring to me. And I remember when Tiger Woods came up, and it's like all of a sudden people are interested in golf, and then, I mean, yeah, Adam Sandler. Oh man, Happy Gilmore. That
So good.
Yeah, it is.
Bob Barker.
all
The whole
in
I
the
mean,
hips.
the movie is just
It's all
fantastic. So.
in the hips.
Tap it. Just tap it.
Give it a little tap tap.
Why won't you go home? Anyway, so those are my movies. So
Great movies.
My mama always said,
it's the devil.
you know what? I like Vicky Valancourt. And she likes me too. And football's not the devil. Oh man.
I saw.
I totally derailed this whole thing. So.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. There was I don't know, we might cut this or not, but it was violets or roses are red, violets are blue, and then it showed Adam Sandler, Vicky Valancourt, show me your boobies, and I like them too. It was so damn good. Oh man.
I know, and I know that we live in like we do have to be more sensitive to things in society.
Sure.
So like that movie now, if it was brought out, it probably would get a little bit more flack for
Maybe.
for the character that he played in there. And
Yeah.
I try not to try to do too much of a, because at times I can do a pretty good impression of
Sure.
Waterboy, but I try not to because I know that in the time we're in, I
Right.
don't want to disrespect anybody. It's more so movie, not because of I know that there are people that deal with speech impediments, and I know that it's a
Sure.
difficult thing
But
to deal.
It's a funny movie.
But if you
Right.
if you love Adam Sandler, it's
It's
a
a
funny
good one,
movie,
yeah.
and it's up there. I guess I don't know if I can order these or not, but Major League is definitely in my top 5. I
Yeah.
have to agree there. It's something, everything that Major League is,
Mm-hmm.
Major League 2 is not.
Yes, absolutely.
The only moment in Major League 2 that I love is that when Ricky Vaughn cuts his hair back to what it's supposed to be at the end of the movie, and they're like, he's back,
Yeah.
and they're like scrambling around the production studio, and they put the
song back on.
Wild Thing back on,
Yeah.
and that's the only moment that really I
Yeah.
just skip ahead to that moment in Major League 2, but Major League, you got to watch it all the way through. And of course, it was like the first scandalous moment in a movie you watch, like how the manager Brown gets them to keep going.
Oh yeah.
As a kid, Sandlot was huge for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess some honorable mentions in terms of baseball as well. Some other ones, Rookie of the Year, and more so The Natural, as an old
Yeah.
school movie that my grandpa,
The Natural's very good.
and even
yeah.
my dad was a big Robert Redford fan, that brought me up on. Like, that is one that doesn't get talked about a lot, but The Natural is really
Yep.
good. And when he hits that home run and it hits the lights and
Oh yeah.
just knocks them all. Like, I love that movie. But so Major League, Sandlot, Space Jam has got to be up there for me, and I know that it's not like the best movie quality.
Sure.
You know, we try to stick to, you know, if we talk movies, we try to stick to quality. But we've talked about what that
It's
what
your
that,
favorites,
what,
right?
What that movie means to me, and you know, kind of when I first how I got to see it and stuff like that. First movie in the theaters, and just my connection with Jordan still like in the history of basketball. So, and I love the Looney Tunes. Just
Sure.
love the Looney Tunes. And then Remember the Titans is probably, if I had to at least pick a number one,
Yeah.
Remember the Titans
It's there.
is number one
Yep.
for me, and I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it. I've been meaning to. Been watching a lot of Agents of Shield, a lot of Marvel stuff recently.
Okay.
I need to go back to watching Remember the Titans, and I guess another sports movie. Wow, I'm gonna put Waterboy up there actually. 'Cause
Waterboy, okay.
I love Waterboy more than Happy Gilmore, but it's not like there's like this huge gap though.
Right.
But
Well,
like,
they're both great. I
they're
mean,
both
they're just
Right.
and
yeah.
I think I put Happy Gilmore ahead of Waterboy. I think Waterboy's funnier, but I think Happy Gilmore, just as the entire movie
Yes.
is, I think is more classic than Waterboy.
yes,
Like I think that's the way that I would put those. I love them both though. Love them both. I would prefer you give me one or the other, and I got to watch one or the other. I'm gonna watch Happy Gilmore.
okay. I guess I'd go Waterboy, but honestly, if I had to take out a movie,
Yeah.
it would be, you know, Space Jam, just because like for quality, and I'd have Waterboy and Happy Gilmore in my top 5 if I had
Okay.
to do that for sports movies. Because
Sure.
I'm like Peter, I love the comedy. I'm not one that gets too much into the drama. Like the
Sure.
every now and again, it's good to have a heartfelt moment,
Sure.
heartfelt movie,
you
heartfelt
wanna-
TV show. But I love the comedies. That's why, as I'm sure a lot of people really don't like The Replacements, but as much as people don't
It's
like
a good movie.
it is, I love that
It's a
movie,
fun movie.
and it's a funny. It,
Well,
like, it has
I don't
funny
even
moments
remember
to-
what year it was when they had the NFL strike and they had the scabs.
87?
It might have been, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
but it was
believe
like
so.
I remember that. I remember watching those the scab games.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
know, so when that Replacements came out, you know,
It's-
they flip his truck over.
Right.
You know, it was fantastic. I mean, it was
Oh
just
yeah. No, yeah, Keanu's great, you know, in the movie. It's, you know, the entire movie itself is a really fun movie. If you guys want a movie to watch that, like, I don't know if you've seen it or not, it's not like the greatest movie of all time, but it is damn good, is Warrior. If you
Okay.
haven't seen Warrior, it's with Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy's in it,
Okay.
and it's a UFC sort of thing. Phenomenal. I had Kelly watch it the other day, and like he kicks
Yeah.
so much ass in it.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous.
I mean,
So
some other ones like Miracle, Mighty Ducks,
Mighty
Miracle's
Ducks.
good.
Angels in the Outfield.
I don't like Angels in the Outfield.
See, like that's
I
the
don't know
only
why.
that's the only Angels like movie like that I actually like the Angels in the Outfield. When
Sure.
they try to do the NFL one, I can't remember. I can't even believe I forgot this, but a huge movie for me when I was growing up too.
Yeah.
Was Air Bud. Air Bud was huge for me as a little kid. Like honestly, like I don't. It's not something I would put in my top
Right.
5 or anywhere near it. But like as just like a sports movie,
Sure.
as like a kid and seeing like. Because I grew up with golden retrievers, so like seeing like a golden,
Yeah.
and I went outside the next day, like after I watched it, like
There's
Berkey,
Here, come on, go. And there's better movies out there. I mean, like
Yeah.
Raging Bull is like considered like the greatest sports movie of all time.
Yeah.
It's like that or Hoop Dreams, and both are great
or
movies.
Hoosiers.
Hoosiers is up there, yeah,
Rudy.
for sure.
Rudy.
Yeah,
Rudy's
yeah.
a good one. I actually just watched Rudy the
Yeah.
other day. So, but yeah, I mean, there's tons of different movies out there. Like Raging Bull is probably one of the greatest masterpieces sports-wise of all time. And it's a really good movie. But for
Yeah.
me, entertaining-wise, in my
Yeah.
top 5 is that.
Yeah, it's just not a movie in that I can put
Yeah.
in my top 5, especially top 5.
Yeah. De Niro's so damn good in that, though. So freaking good. Him
Yeah.
and Pesci in that, like they always are.
Yeah.
So
But we definitely want to hear your top 5 favorite sports movies. Send them to us at VTL_pod, at VTL_POD, Twitter, Instagram. Of course, you can hit up our Facebook page on at Voice of the Land.
there we go.
You know, words, we've been talking for so much longer today that words are really becoming more difficult. But at Voice of the Land on Facebook, you guys can always shoot us a comment or anything like that, and I'm sure we're going to post this as well. You know, something that one line from because I think we're just going to make this a YouTube only thing. The one line that I really love in Waterboy is towards the end when the kicker like kind of learns like they're all using
Right.
that image image thing. And he starts saying, and he's doing the kickoff. He's like, "Who's my bitch?
Who's my
bitch?" And he starts like searching around. You see like that one guy's like,
yeah.
"Yeah, there's my bitch." That's a YouTube
That's
only
a good
thing.
one. That's a good one.